What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to talk to you guys about Warhammer 40k. So a few days ago, I talked about the biggest flops that Games Workshop has done in recent memory, and I talked about the Indominus box set, I talked about the app, and I talked about their policy where if you're at the actual Warhammer store, that you could only play with Warhammer minis. No conversions, no third parties. So, with that being said, yeah, it's very negative to talk about things such as that, but at the same time, you learn from your mistakes. And I wanted this video to be more positive, so I'm going to talk about the best things that GW has done for the hobby, for the players, and overall for a healthy state of the game. With my first topic, it's going to be that ever since the swap to 8th edition, Warhammer has become way more accessible to people in general. When I first got into 40k, pretty much forums and actually going to the store was the only way to get information on this wonderful tabletop game. There weren't that many videos on them, and on like the internet at all. Mini wargaming was pretty much the biggest channel for anything wargaming, specifically 40k. And of course, slowly as the years progressed, as the internet became the thing we know it as, it evolved into such a grander scale, and with 8th edition, the team at Warhammer created the Warhammer community webpage. Now this is where things really took off because they started putting out articles, they started generating buzz for new models, new additions, and this is a really great place to really showcase like golden demon winners, armies on parade, anything you want 40k related, or Age of Sigmar for that matter, and yes, even Lord of the Rings you can find on the Warhammer community webpage. And that is great, because again, when you're first getting into the hobby, it is so easy to be overwhelmed, but with the introduction of a website that you can really learn many things from, it really helps because you can pick your armies, codices, paints, and whatnot. Because don't get me wrong, the GW website is pretty helpful because it shows you the prices for these things and it shows you the models and whatnot. The actual Warhammer community website is just so much friendly for new people diving into the hobby. And kind of tying it in with that, the introduction of trailers, animated shorts, that really helps to drive the feel of 40k to your audience. It helps to bring in hype. It really helps to see the models and miniatures that you guys play on the tabletop, to see them in action in a cinematic sense. And we all love this because of course there's been tons of fan animators out there bringing the world of 40k to life, and it's just so amazing to see like Hell's Reach, Astartes, Death of Hope, just how amazing non-GW funded animators can do with this grim dark world. And it's so amazing to see that if they can do it, then imagine what GW can do. And in my opinion, they're starting off okay, a little slower than normal, but they're getting to that aspect. There's gonna be a new live action TV show for 40k. There's gonna be a Blood Angel cinematic. There's gonna be a lot more to look forward to when it comes to cinematics, and hopefully in the future a theatrical release on the whole 40k universe. That is what I'm waiting for, and I think 40k is a nice world, a nice universe to explore because of that sci-fi, fantasy, grim, dark, gritty feel. I think it'll appeal to a lot of people, and I think a movie would do well to bring in more people, a wider audience, and overall more revenue to GW. Another thing that GW has done great is the introduction of 8th edition. With 8th edition, it made the game more streamlined, more easy to newcomers, and overall a quicker, fast-paced type of game that you can get done in an afternoon. Now, for the longest time, Gersh1, my buddies, and I, whenever we'd play 40k, it felt like it would just be a drag. We'd be rolling dice for hours. By the end of turn 3, we'd be hungry and we just wanted to get the game done and over with. But with 8th edition, the rules were drastically changed, and with that, the core rulebook and the codices really helped to make the game fun, quick, and easy to play, with the introduction of like detachments, the game size, the game board. That also ties in with 9th edition and how that's changed things up. So overall, the state of the game has been improving throughout the years, more so after 8th edition though, in my opinion. Another thing too that has really helped the game and overall the feel of 40k is the introduction of true to scale models. Space Marines, Primaris, they've all got to this nice resculpt to show you that there's more details and it makes more sense for a Space Marine to be bigger than an orc, when I think in the lore they're supposed to be taller than an orc, but obviously on the tabletop they look pretty kind of squatty, and just proportions were a little bit off. So the new true to scale models is a new step that I think GW will be implementing in time throughout the entire range of Xenos, Imperium, Chaos, etc. And hopefully they do this sooner than later, because obviously not every model that is in the codices is playable, because sometimes they're fine cast, sometimes they're metal models. And please, just please, update the Eldar. Give us plastic models, give us the Phoenix Lords. It's been too long, in some cases 20 plus years, where a model hasn't been updated. It sucks, but kind of the safe bet is just to play Space Marines, because they get the most buffs, they get the most releases, and they're GW's baby, so you're going to be seeing more things come to them, and overall they're going to be the more balanced, if not overpowered army on the tabletop. But hey, it makes sense, that's what GW makes the most money off of, so of course they would give buffs and whatnot to the Space Marines above all else. But again, this whole true to scale, true to size models, hopefully it's coming to everybody, and we get to experience that hopefully within our lifetimes. But again, I think that will help the game state, because better looking models, they're going to be bringing people's attention to them, because obviously they're going to be like, whoa, that looks pretty cool, or look at this guy, that's really badass. And I think that's how they got Gersh1 and I into this game, because we saw the awesome models that could be sculpted and painted in any way you wanted, really. And I think that customization is what brought us to this game that we had no idea was as intricate as it is now, as it was, what, 12, 15 years ago? So again, guys, I think that really showcases the best that GW has to offer when it comes to the game of Warhammer 40k. Of course, we can always nitpick, we can always look at the past and see where they could have done better. the app. But again, you live, you learn, and overall, I think most people who are in the hobby of 40k know that no matter how much time, how much money, and how many times you really get mad at GamesWorkshop, at the end of the day, they've created a product, a game that really has made your life better. Experiencing grand battles against your buddies is really what it comes down to at the end of the day. Having fun with somebody else, moving models, pieces of plastic, rolling dice, laughing, crying, that's what it's really about. It's not about winning, it is a big part, but at the end of the day, it's all about having fun. And that's all I got for you guys today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Let me know what's your favorite aspects of Warhammer 40k. Is it the painting, the modeling, the actual gameplay, the lore? Let me know down below, and we'll keep the conversation going. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for listening. Stay subscribed for more epic 40k videos. Hit that like button if you agree with anything that I had to say. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. This is the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, signing out. Peace.